it's Jenna Apgar back again, and we're at day 10 of the winner's journey, trying to get to your first Kyvio win, hit that $1,000 mark. So today we're going to be talking really fast, really focused about copywriting, and now we're starting to get a little bit back, a little bit through the treasury before going through the avatar and the foundation of the product market fit. But those two were hypercritical because we're going to come up with some outstanding copy today, and copy sells. Words sell. I don't care if this is a written copy or this is copy that you're going to be saying into a video like I am doing now. But this is how you're going to know what to say, how to sell it without being that cheesy salesperson. Because remember, we have our avatar and we're actually, what would we say to that individual? So whenever we're talking about copy, there's a couple of algorithms, sort of. Mad Libs, you'll recognize the lines with the little section that says what to put in that space. And we're going to kind of fly through this because I don't want you to spend your time today listening to me. I want you to know how to use the templates and the worksheets provided so that you can go through and make some kick-butt copy so that we can get started building all the different aspects of your membership machine. So the very first one, because it's the simplest, is going to be your statement of value. Statement of value is very similar to your unique selling proposition. But the unique selling proposition tends to focus on you and your company. The statement of value is what your customers care about, and I'm a big fan of what's in it for me, that statement, not for me personally, but what's in it for my customer, what's in it for me if I'm buying. Nobody cares about you, nobody cares about your company, they care about how you're helping them, and this is where the statement of value comes into play. So the very first line is going to be your product or service that we're talking about. In this case, it's going to be the membership course that you'll be selling. Helps, and after the word helps is going to be the specific avatar that we're talking to. Now, this isn't going to be Bob, right? This is going to be a caricature of the name that you're going to give him. So this course could be for membership site creators, or Kyvio membership site creators if I want to get more specific. So your membership helps, your avatar, and then I want you to describe an after state that includes their average day or their status. Talk about those things that matter most to them without, and state the objection to the sell. So basically, we are saying exactly what we're selling, exactly who we're selling it to, what they're going to get out of it, and what is that biggest objection to making that sell that they're going to have that we're not even have to worry about it. We've already solved it for them. So think about time and money are going to be your two critical ones, but there's going to be other ones, and that's it. That's the algorithm, that's the Mad Lib. You fill in those 4 blanks and you have your statement of value, and that is going to be more purposeful to you than even your unique selling proposition. The second one we have for you is your 30-second sales pitch. So one of the easy ways to start building your membership is to go to physical places that your ideal clients and ideal avatars are hanging out. What do you say? If you had 30 seconds in an elevator with them, what would you say to a human being so that they knew exactly what you're selling and exactly that they needed it? Simple, just like the one before. You know how, and in this space right here, we're going to describe a before state feeling or emotion. How frustrating, how tiresome, that we're going to put that right there. It is when, and we're going to just put a before state average day that we did with them. So for a mom, you know how frustrating it is when your kids won't go to bed on time. Do you know how alienating it is when you feel like the only business owner in the room who's not successful? And then I want you to fill in this blank for empathizing. Hey, I know how you feel. So this is going to be, I know how you feel personally because you used to be the customer avatar, or I know how you feel. We have hundreds of clients who've been where you are. That's typically the two that you're going to be using, but I need you to empathize with them. I need you to talk to them like a human. This is how humans interact. We tell stories. Hey, I've been there, man. It is rough, right? And that is why we created, this is your product service membership name, right? And then I want you to add an action that implies ownership. Once you're a member of the blank group or blank membership, and describe the after state using the feeling, average day, and status. It's really that simple. And at the very bottom, I've added a call to action. I can't tell you what that call to action is because it's going to depend on where, when, and who this 30-second sales pitch is being applied to. Are they at the beginning of your funnel? Are they beginning of your customer journey? Are we applying this 30-second sales pitch to people who've already bought initial steps? They've already gone through our lead magnet. They've already bought our basic membership and we're upgrading them. That call to action will be different, as will this sales pitch for every single product you have. Where's product? Right here. You'll have a different 30-second sales pitch. For every avatar, you'll have a different sales pitch. And you might even be able to start mixing it up depending on how you want to talk about the different aspects of their average day. And then change up to call to action. Boom, 30-second sales pitch done. The only caveat I will apply to this is every time I write this, it tends to be more like 40 seconds. So if you're actually literally doing it where you only have 30 seconds, you might have a few issues. But other than that, this is the type of 30-second sales pitch that closes deals, that gets people to the table, gets them to make an appointment. And it's not vague, it's specific. All right, now we're getting into the heavy copy. How are we going to sell your membership course on the sales page? How are we going to sell your lead magnet on the landing page? These are going to be our copies and our bullets. And I say this also as headlines because if you're writing a blog post, if you're writing the headline on a landing or sales page, these can also represent your big headlines. So I'm going to run through them really quick because again, my focus is I want you to get in and get to the templates, get to the worksheets, and fill these out. Here's how these are going to work. Each one of these bullets needs to be hyper-specific. So let's say we are going to talk about one feature. Each bullet point should only account for one specific feature, whether it's a videos, whether it's a specific module. It needs to be hyper-specific. If you try to describe your entire membership site all in one bullet, it's not going to work. So pick different features and do 10 of them all for that feature. Take another set of 10 bullet points using these same formulas for another feature and another feature. And each feature should have a set of 10 bullet points. Why? This is where it gets a little hard. I want you to brainstorm to see what the best bullet points you can write are, because for each feature you might decide number 1, 5, and 8 works the best. So we're going to use those 3, but that's only one feature. You've got, let's say, 10 features. We need to also bring in the best. So if you have 10 features, you might only be picking one from each set, but I need you to brainstorm several to see which ones work the best. When you're done writing these, I want you to bring them over to the Kyvio School for the Gifted Entrepreneur, that Facebook group, and I want you to post all this copy up so that we can read it and say, hey, on 3 and 4, but holy moly, Batman number 8 was awesome. Like, I don't know what you're selling, but I want to buy it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to practice this. So I'm going to roll through. Same idea, instead of spaces, I went ahead and wrote in the word that we're going to be using, kind of Mad Lib style. Number 1 is our how-to feature. How to, the feature that you're offering, so you can benefit, the benefit you're looking for. That's what we're mostly going to be looking at, is feature and benefit. What is the feature you're selling? What is the actual benefit they're going to get out of it, right? So we're not just talking about the specifics, we're telling them what they actually get. What's in it for me that they actually care about, right? Whether that's a feeling, whether that's the average day, whether that's the status change. That is all going to be wrapped up in benefit, so pick the benefit that's going to work and pick the feature that we're referencing. Number 2, the threat. So gain, logic, and fear is why people make decisions. Gain is more like the how-to on the logic side of that. Threat is applying to the fear, and why most people don't want to get all negative sales. The feature that helps you avoid threat so you can benefit. The feature in our membership that helps you avoid bankruptcy so you can prosper. Make sure that you have a threat they care about, going back to those pain points, right? The things that they're really, bringing them back, that are holding them back from success in life. Number 3. All right, so we have number 3 now. This is going to be our listicle. These are going to be the list. And if you are new to copywriting, if you're new to writing sales copy whatsoever, the list is really easy and people love lists. This is going to be really simple. 10 features that create benefit. Again, very similar to how-to. Features so you can benefit. Features that create benefit. Now we're just going to put a number in front of it. That's it. It can be 5, it can be 10, it can be 100. Whatever it is that you have, that's the number it's going to be. Number 4, piggyback. This one is really great if you don't have authority. If you're new to the industry, people don't know your name, and you're worried about how that's going to work out, the piggyback is going to give you an opportunity to pull some of the authority from a world-class example. I've done this with a piece of content that I've written on my blog for Ryan Dice and Digital Marketer, which is where a lot of this copy stuff is coming from. Give credit where credit's due. But we've actually used it, seen it in practice, know that it works specifically to even our own membership. How to benefit like world-class example. So if anybody knows Neil in the SEO space, this is used so much all over the place, using a Neil's name, whether he's endorsed it or not. You don't need their permission as long as you're not saying he said it. So if I'm teaching you how to write bullets and headlines so that you can profit off a membership just like Ryan Dice, who has a membership site, I'm able to take some of his authority and put that on me because I'm teaching you to do it how they do it. And if they know that he knows how to do it, then they know that I'm teaching his method, and that's going to give me that authority. Number 5 is going to be the give me. The feature that gets benefit. Notice pattern over and over. Feature that gets benefit. Benefit like world class. Features that create benefit. That feature benefit goes long often. This is going to be the feature that gets benefit, but then I'm going to give you a give me. I'm going to go ahead and spell out one of the things that you're going to get. So this could be the email hack. Is that hack really the right word? Email trick that gets 2 times open rate. So open rates on email obviously going down. This is a benefit I want. The PS, having a PS under your signature increases call to action clicks by 183%. That's the give me. I'm telling you exactly one of the details I'm going to show you how to do very specifically and tell you in detail what you're getting, because that's something that's simple. Like, go ahead and give me. Tell me exactly how that PS works. Even though a lot of my consultants feel like that they're giving away the information for free right up front without getting anything, you're adding value. You're adding value to prove that whatever you have next is worth their email address, is worth their money. Number 6, this is the Seth Godin. If you know Seth Godin, he's the purple cow guy. He likes to give things interesting names to create curiosity. This is what we're creating, curiosity to hit the next step. The curiously named feature that gets benefit. The purple cow method that gets 2 times the open rate on emails. It's just something, and you can have a great story about it. This could be something that you already use all the time. Digital Marketer uses tofu, bofu. If you have no idea what those are, if you've never been through their stuff, you're going to be like, what's tofu? And you're going to ask around until somebody says, hey, it's blah, 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 blah. This is just giving something a very interesting name, and it also gives you the opportunity to tell the story about why it's called that. One that got me that's used by Digital Marketer is the football phone method that gets 2 times, 2 times the sales, increases your business 2 times. I have no idea what a football phone method was, so I finally, after like 2 years inside of Digital Marketer, was like, what's the football phone method? And then they tell you, oh, it's that thing that Sports Illustrated did where they give you a literal football phone. You're like, oh. And Sports Illustrated created massive business out of that promotion. So number 7, this is urgency. So this is going to be urgency because time is running out, or something's just happened and people need to do it quickly before everyone else does it. The feature that gets benefit plus add that urgency or novelty at the end. This deal, so if you're familiar with AppSumo deals, this deal is only good for the first 100 people. This deal is only offered for the next week. It's a lifetime deal. It will never be offered again. The other ones would be novelty. So maybe if we're talking about the SEO space, that Google's just made a major Panda update and everything needs to be updated before you get blacklisted, fear, or that you need to jump on before everyone beats you to it. Number 8 is speed, but not like urgency over here. This is going to be speed for the user, the what's in it for me, right? How to feature so you can benefit plus speed or ease. How to build your membership in just 30 days so that you can profit while saving hours of time and creating recurring revenue without additional work. So I'm creating ease and speed. I'm saving time, or I'm creating money without you having to do work for every single dollar. Anytime you can save somebody time or money, boom. Number 9, how to feature so you can benefit, deep dive. This one is very similar to the give me. A lot of these are similar, right? How to feature so you can benefit plus module 2 is going to take a deep dive in how you can build an SEO following without having to hire someone by learning the purple cow trick, right? So now you can see what I'm doing all the way over here to number 10, which is Frankenstein. I want you to build these. So let's say you have 3 core features to your paid membership site. So 3 core modules that are hyper important, things that they need to learn, each feature that they need to learn. I want you to put bullet points together for each feature. So do 9 bullet points for feature 1, 9 for feature 2, 9 for feature 3. And then I want you to pick the key, most enticing bullet point for each one of those features. But what happens if you got through? You're like, number 8, 7, and 4 were so great, I need all of them, right? Start stacking them. Frankenstein was lots of pieces, right? Number 4, how to benefit like Ryan Dice. With a lifetime deal that closes out in 2 weeks and saves you hours every day in social media. You can start putting these together to create one killer bullet point when you start Frankensteining them together. So, what I've just described really quickly is incredibly difficult. This is not easy, right? But I'm hoping that I've given you the algorithms, essentially, the Mad Lib style sentences, the swipe file that you can just plug and play and you can roll them out really quick. What I want you to do is build these in a Word doc, write them on paper, whatever works for you, write them in a Facebook post, I don't care. But I want you to ultimately copy all these over and post them in the Kyvio School for the Gifted Entrepreneur so that all your fellow Kyvians, me and Stephen and Neil and all of the other people in the group can start working through them and helping you build on them, saying, I'm your target market, but that one's just not speaking to me. Like, what can you do? What if you chose this person over that person? Why did you do this? Or if you're having a problem in a certain segment, these bullet points, like I said, these are not easy. I was really good at, my first 2 features, but that last feature, man, I'm struggling because it's kind of a black box and I'm not getting the right metaphor to explain it. And that's going to be a lot of my consultants out there who are trying to build a membership. It's so black box, you need to metaphor it, you need to come up with the best one so that you can break it down. Post it up in the group, ask all your questions. This is a major day. We've built the foundation, we have the avatar, we have the product market fit. We need to have the best copy. The copy is going to be game-changing on whether you can sell this or not, right? And this is not, creepy used car sales techniques, right? These are copy that can generally change somebody's life, and like we're speaking to a human, because remember, we are talking to our specific avatar about our specific product. It's important to get these right because this method is going to be used on all of the rest of the things that we build the next week or 2. So, get this right, bring it over to the Kyvio School for the Gifted Entrepreneur, ask questions, get feedback, be awesome. And I will see you tomorrow for day 11, and we'll get started on the next step.